Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about Indian food. When I say Indian food, most non-Indians think of some kind of curry and some kind of naan bread or a tandoori chicken. And you're right when you think that, but when you go to India and you try to eat the authentic Indian food, you will see that the food varies all over India. Each state has its own cuisine and which is very unique in its own way. You may not know, but there are 22 major languages that are spoken in India and there are 880 total languages. I had to Google that. So you can imagine how diverse the culture is. You will see that the north of India is really cold and there's snow there. And whereas the south is very close to the equator and is hot and humid. And we also enjoy a large coastal area. So we do have a lot of seafood, a lot of people who are vegetarians. And at the northeast, we share our borders with Nepal and there's culture from China. And the food is influenced by China or Nepal. And when you go to the north or the northwest, the food is influenced by Afghanistan, Pakistan and Mughlai culture. The south of India has its own unique cuisine which is vegetarian mostly and it's influenced by a lot of use of rice and coconut. The curries are extremely different from place to place and we eat our curries with different kinds of breads. So the north of India eats a lot of wheat whereas the south doesn't eat as much wheat. They eat more of rice and fermented rice related foods. And when you go to the west or the coastal regions, they eat a lot of millets and rice. And the millets also vary from season to season. So as the season changes, in winter there are different kinds of millets that we eat, and whereas there are different millets that we eat in summer. And I know that Indian food is considered to be labor intensive, and I don't myself realize that because I have growing up seen my mother cook 3 to 4 times a day, and at that time it would take like at least 1.5 hours for each meal. You would be chopping and cleaning and cutting and washing and doing everything on your own. So I have always believed that that's how involved you are with food on a day-to-day basis. But modern way of life, there isn't enough time for all these things. There's a few things that I do to meal prep so that I can cook everyday fresh meals. So I have chopped onions, tomatoes, coriander, which is cleaned and chopped and put in a box the previous night itself. So my maid does this for me. You can use a food processor to do this and store for a couple of days in an airtight container. It's going to stay good. I also have another box in which I keep garlic paste, ginger paste and green chilies and coriander paste. So I make the paste and it is stored for the whole week and it stays absolutely fresh. Whenever I buy the produce, I wash it all together in one time and I clean and chop some of the vegetables, and the others that need to be freshly chopped or cleaned are chopped on the day of cooking. Then there are these masalas or pastes that we make, which are kind of they take some time to make. So I have this paste which I use for curries and it's a regular thing that I use, so I store that in the deep freezer and that stays good for a month. If you have few of these things ready with you, then you can always cook food in a jiffy. And when you observe, you will notice that a lot of these ingredients are not very specific to Indian food. So the onions and tomatoes and ginger garlic is used in all of the cuisines. The only difference is that Indians use lot more spices as compared to others. So we have a variety of spices, and for that I have a solution. What you can do is you can use one spice which is Madras curry powder, and I had never used it in my life because it's a very western spice. It was a blend which was made for Britishers when they colonized India. So it's a very mild flavor and it's not very spicy or hot, and it works really good. I bought it simply to try it out so I can suggest to my non-Indian viewers to buy that spice, because I understand that not everybody can store so many spices when they're not Indians themselves. So this would be a good spice blend. I love the flavor of that. We've been using it quite a few times. I would suggest you to buy that. I also buy a lot of pre-blended spices. Like there are companies like Everest and Shan which make wonderful spices. So here I have some of my favorite spices. This is Bombay biryani masala, and that's the only biryani masala that I use, and that's a meat masala which can be used in any kind of meats or protein preparation, so even pulses and beans. That's a pav bhaji masala which is very versatile. I use it for Indian style scrambled eggs, and the last one is tandoori masala. So I don't use it as much, but I wanted to show it to you guys. If you like tandoori, you can use this masala. I put some hung curd and some ginger garlic paste and you're good to go. And if you want to be ambitious and buy a few more masalas, then this is a bunch of other masalas that I have. That's a Kitchen King masala which works very well in any veg preparations or any paneer preparations. The next one is a Shahi biryani masala. I use that for pulao. It's a rice preparation again for my kids and their lunches. This is a chicken korma masala. It's a good one by Shan, but I land up making the paste at home home, so I don't land up using that. Then there's a nihari masala which can be used for meat, and then that's a chapli kebab masala. Chapli kebabs are also kebabs made from mince, and if you want to make a burger kind of patty or a kebab, then that is also a very peculiar and a different taste. Then there is chaat masala, there is shahi garam masala. I make my own garam masala, but other than that I buy other garam masalas too, because every day that you use a different masala, your food tastes different. If you use the same spices every day, you tend to get the same flavors from your spices. But I am a foodie and I love to cook and experiment with things, so that's what I do. But if you don't, then you can really do very well only using Madras curry powder. You can also use it for making different kinds of dips, even as marinades for barbecues. I have recorded a chicken curry recipe using only this spice, and I'm going to share it with you. Please go watch that. There is various ways in which these curries are made. Basic one is onions and tomatoes. Everybody knows that, but I just want to list all the kinds here. Then there's onions with dry coconut. Then there's yogurt, roasted peanut powder. There's roasted peanut powder along with coconut, fresh or frozen coconut, which is used in fish curries. There are regions in India where they actually put cheese in the curry. So when you go to Eastern India, they make curries out of mustard, and then there are regions where they use chickpea flour to make their curry. There is a hung curd based gravies. There's hung curd and mustard based gravies, curd and onions and tomatoes based gravy. There's hung curd, chickpea flour based gravy. So you can basically make any kinds of combinations and make your own gravy. I'm going to share some of these links in the description. So if you want to check out these curry recipes, then you can. The curry base itself varies so much that you can imagine how much the flavor can change and vary. So I want to show you some of these ingredients. This is fresh coconut, which is stored in the freezer, and this is some dried coconut, and these are both dried coconuts. So that is the shredded one, and this is what it looks like before shredding, and this is some peanut powder. So you can make a combination of dry coconut and peanut powder and sort of make a gravy. And this is some chickpea flour. So this is not keto, but I'm just showing you the options that are there. That is soaked cashews. So you can use any nuts that you like, or you can use melon seeds. So you can soak these and make gravies. That is hung curd. So you can make a gravy out of soaked cashews and hung curd. And that is some mustard. A gravy can be made with mustard and hung curd, or any of these combinations, or you can use all of these and make a gravy. Today I just felt like discussing or talking about Indian food to you, whether it is only chicken tikka masala and tandoori chicken and butter chicken, or there is more to it. So I just wanted to tell you that I suggest you guys to try these various ingredients and use some Indian spices, and you will come up with lovely curries, and share your ideas with me too, because I may not think so much out of the box as you guys might. And if you like the kind of video that this is, where I sit and talk and share some of the information that I have, then let me know in the comments section, and I'll try to make more videos like this. And if not, we'll go back to making our recipe videos. So thanks for watching. Bye.